Welcome everybody to Yuki's VR the Zone podcast, where we talk about VR chat and VR material, as well as anything new in the world of VR chat. Keep in mind that we are expanding this podcast to include VR in 2025, as I am about to get the headset within the next few months, and we are also getting ready to welcome in 2025 with Yuki Productions 2025. Make sure you guys check out the brand new banner on the channel today. We will also have something new for you guys very soon. For today's update, we'll be taking a look at the new prints, one-time up purchases, as well as the persistence update and mobile testing. Although I do not have a slide for it here, I will just tell you that it's more of you can now mobile test. So here is what they say about print. It allows you to make users allow more in-game memories and photos, like you see on the left side of your screen here. Here you see a photo of somebody making a picture, hanging out by the hunt some buildings later. Get it? Ghost. Get it? And then you have information there. So if you remember those digital cameras back in the day, where there's this lot where the photo comes out. So basically, that is the real life example of this thing in VRChat. So if you are a VRChat Plus user, you are allowed to create and share prints with your fellow friends. If you are not a VRChat Plus user, you are allowed to save and collect them. However, you cannot create and share them. So keep that in mind as you continue in your VRChat journey. You can make these prints with the in-game camera. Information like shown here on the left is included as well. Let's move on to our one-time and world purchases. If you guys remember, last year they started the creator economy, which launched in limited beta form, where they allow certain users to to start selling content on VRChat, including areas, special weapons, special armor, special cameos, all that stuff. Now they're going to include one-time purchases, buy once, keep forever, and the world stores where you're going to find the one-time purchases as well as the subscription-based services, as you can see on the left. This was from Zombies Wave Survival. I took this photo last night of their world store, and that is what you get if you go to the Chipkin Wings, literal Chipkin Wings store here. The subscription is 700 credits, which I believe translates to $7 a month. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I think it's about $7 per month. So correct me if I'm wrong there. $7. And persistence is now on the way for live build. Live build. Very important. For those of you who are not aware, persistence is allowing you as a developer to create a quote unquote save system where you are allowed to save player data and object data inside of a VR chat world. For example, in a video game, you would see like an icon, like a or saving item, like an ink ribbon in Resident Evil, and you use the ink ribbon to save your game. When you save your game, everything you have up to that point will be kept in your inventory. So think of a persistence as a save system for VR chat. So basically saying this: if for some reason you go to a VR chat world with different settings you want to keep, those settings are going to be kept because of persistence. So let's say you allow bots in a VR chat world, that setting is going to stay if you come back later. So the plans right now is to come to a live build very soon. Right now they are in beta build, but they are going to go to a live build within the next few weeks or few days from now. The example shown on the left is from their jumping leaderboard, and they are presenting an example where there's a leaderboard in the world. And the idea here is if you jump, every time you jump, it will count up by one every time you jump. And let's say you leave the world, you will you will have that exact same number of jumps when you come back in the world later on. So basically, it's a global leaderboard for that instance. Now, keep in mind, I have seen it where it is instance based only, so you have to be in that same instance in order for your world score to count. Now, keep in mind also in this update, developers have the opportunity to clear data. So keep that in mind. Now, this clearing data should only apply if you're trying to test it for persistence. But let's say you are making a world where you can play let's say a shooting game where there's like a season quote unquote season game where you take how many points you score. So every season the score would reset to zero. But that is based on the developer. So the developer can do that. You can't you can if you want to, but it's only if you want to. There's that option too, but I would only wait for the developer to do it. Because for example, if you have a world where score is being kept or like a record system where like you play basketball and every season in the NBA, I believe there's 82 games per season. We're not counting the including NBA Cup. Let's say 82 games per season and then you have playoff. At the end of the season, which includes the playoff, you would reset the score so that everybody starts next season 0-0. No wins, no losses, okay? So this is like that. If you are thinking about persistence, if you want to try it out, you have to if you want to try it out as a player, you must have the persistence beta in VRChat activated. For those of you who want to know about how to do that, right click on your VRChat application on stream, go to properties, go to betas, and under betas, go to persistence beta. If you want to actually try it out as a developer, go inside your VRChat Creator Companion and go to packages and enable pre-release packages under settings, and then go back to your world and go to manage world, go to packages and select the up arrow. When you have the up arrow, press OK. That is how you do it. All right. For mobile testing, I do not have a slide here, but basically you can now mobile test for Android at this time in the SDK. But keep in mind, iOS and other platforms are going to be in the future. That's it for the presentation for the new update. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to read the article for yourself, make sure you do so in the description below. If you have any questions about that, make sure you comment there. That is it. We'll be back with our next VR Zone podcast, December the 6th. A new update is coming this in December. So we're gonna see what's going on there. If anything develops before then, I'll bring it to you as well. Enjoy and happy VR chatting.